What up, YouTube? This is Creative Writing Studios, Draw Ya. I'm back with another video talking about this topic. It's going to be why do Black women like toxic relationships? And I think we all know that answer is not necessarily that they like the toxic relationship in itself. They like the chaos. They like the excitement that they believe that chaos is going to bring. So they end up choosing or making decisions that are going to be exciting for them in the short term, but sometimes detrimental or just not good for them in the long term. But they have a hard time distinguishing what's good for them. So this is a video. I have two videos I want to talk about. This is Relationship Coach explains 4 reasons why men push good women away. He's going to talk about it, and then I'm going to chime in after. Oh,
Women away. Okay,
round that back a little bit.
coach, why do men push good women away? Okay, let me tell you. Number one, he pushes her away because he doesn't want to elevate. He doesn't want to become a better version of himself. And he realizes that if I stay with this particular woman, I gotta be better. And I'm unwilling to sacrifice that. Number two, he's intimidated. See, many men are intimidated by a woman, number one, who knows who she is. Number two, she is secure in her right, in the woman that she's become. And she does not need him for her happiness. She's already happy. She just wants to be in a loving relationship. And he's intimidated by that. Number three, she cannot be controlled. Men push away women who they can't control, especially if they have those controlling behaviors, those narcissistic behaviors, when they can't control you, when you are a critical thinker and you think for yourself, they will push you away. And last but definitely not least, he knows that he's not shit. He's not ready for this type of relationship. He's not willing to give up who he is to who he must become to be with you.
All right. So we just heard the wannabe Kevin Samuels with laryngitis speak. I think the brother, he's making a lot of assumptions. One thing is that he's assuming that the women that he's talking to are good women, and or they believe that they were good in the relationship. Now I can't say that the women that he's speaking to are good women or they were good. I can't say that. It's only for the men that were in relationships with them can say they were either good or bad. But I'm coming from this perspective because a lot of people, they like to believe that they are good when they really have personality traits that need to be improved on. A lot of women have a lot of impatience. They're unwilling to share or unwilling to compromise or unwilling to sacrifice. They're selfish. They have emotional instability, and they just sometimes view these qualities as just, well, I'm just, quote unquote, being me, or that's just who I am, and they don't honestly see a problem with it. And sometimes the man that they're in a relationship with, he's unable to communicate or eloquently say what the problem is. So sometimes he just dips, he just leaves, and has the woman kind of flummox, be like, why did he leave me? She doesn't even get the closure or the understanding of why the relationship didn't work. So she internalized, just says like, well, I did what all I could do. I did the best I could, but in reality, she probably didn't do as much as she could have been did to maintain a relationship. And likewise, that dude may have not done all he could to maintain a relationship either. But I just want to say that because in the case of when he says that the men are being pushed away, or when men push away good women, some of these women aren't necessarily good. Um, and I mean, on the real, history and just society teaches that a lot of these quote unquote good women, they like to have relationships and procreate with dysfunctional men. As the scriptures say, can two walk together unless they be in agreement? So if these quote unquote good women are attracted to quote unquote bad men, that must mean that there are some bad qualities in that woman or some dysfunctional qualities in that woman, right? So I'm not a fan of the pampering and telling women or men what they want to hear. I want to tell them what they need to hear, because most people that we meet are not good people, whether that be women or men. We become good when we accept humility. and when we accept reality and improve on having a more positive mentality, you know. And one thing too about, this motion, this mention that he talked about with these men push away good women. A lot of these women, they prefer to be with men who don't really have their life together, because on the real, a lot of women, especially black women, they're intimidated by a man who they perceive is smarter than them. They prefer to be with or with a man who doesn't really have a lot going on, because they don't want to be intimidated intellectually or spiritually. So a lot of women, they like to be in command of the headship of the relationship, whether it is spiritually or financially or intelligently. That's why you see a lot of women in the church. They say they want a God fearing man. They want a man of the Lord. When they meet a man of the Lord, they're intimidated by him, because they can't use the Bible to manipulate the relationship. Because when you know the Bible, you know the scriptures, you know how to dictate the relationships based accordingly of the scriptures. But they're so used to being the one who understands the Bible to their understanding, that they want to use the Bible in order to create the relationship in a way that really exalts them, rather than shows them who they really are. Because that's what the Bible does. The Bible is almost like a very, very real mirror to your face. It shows you everything that is wrong with you, that you need to improve on, and how to be better, because we all lean on the flesh. So when we meet when we encounter the spiritual aspect of the Bible, it's really like a slap in the face. And a lot of women, they use the Bible to exalt themselves, to make themselves feel good, like a self-help book. They don't use it as a book to really actually, how the scriptures say, renew your mind. So that's why I say it's like this guy, he's saying some things that aren't necessarily the most accurate, but hey, you got to make money, right? Got to pander to the women. But I just thought that was interesting, man. All right, peace.